Assalamualaikum. My name is Kichung. I'm from group number 10. So on my part, I will present about the introduction. What is air pollution? Okay, so how is air is polluted? So basically, the air is polluted by the three agents, which is physical, biological, and chemical agent. The physical, for example, the agent is carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen dioxide. So basically, the air is polluted by this agent by changing the natural features at the atmosphere. So the air is polluted. Causes of air pollution. So basically there are two main category that causes the air polluted. Basically the number one is human activities. For example, construction, industrial, mining, transportation, and agriculture. And the second one is natural event, which is wildfire and mountain eruption. Basically the human activities is more serious than the natural event because natural event cannot be always happen. So lastly is the one of the example of human activities that can causes air pollution. So in Indonesia, there are some season they will burn the forest, and then the forest will release big amount of particle that can causes the air quality is drop, and the haze phenomena will happen.
Hello, my name is Alizara Tisim. For the literature review, I will explain the definition of baghouses. Baghouses, also known as fabric dust collectors or fabric filters. Baghouses are air pollution management devices that capture or separate dust and other particulates using fabric filter tubes, envelopes, or cartridges. Baghouses are the most extensively utilized dust collection technique. Dust and particles are collected, captured, and separated from the air via baghouses system. How do baghouses function? Fabric filters or flatted filters are stacked in rows and installed vertically in a sheet metal housing in baghouses. They are made to take in dusty gas from fugitive or processed source, trap the particulates, and then expel the clean air. There are three most prevalent baghouse cleaning systems, which is pulse jet baghouse, shaker baghouse, and reverse air baghouse. In industrial dust collection, the pulse jet or reverse pulse baghouse is common. A solid-state timer controls the pulse jet cleaning cycle, which sends pulses of compressed air in the opposite direction of filtering into blowpipes located above each row of filters. When the reverse pulse air pulses are activated, they travel down the length of each bag in a given row, creating a ripple effect that dislodges and releases caked dust into the hopper at the bottom. Next, the shaker baghouse. Shaker baghouse shakes accumulated dust out of the bags into a collection hopper at the baghouse bottom. Filter bags are hung and tensioned from the top of the filter housing and linked to the tube sheet with the bottom open in a shaker baghouse. The beams vibrate either manually or mechanically to create waves in the bags which shake off particle matter. Then reverse air baghouse. Reverse air baghouse come in two varieties. The reverse air collector type, where dust is collected on the outside of the bags or filters, is more prevalent nowadays, especially with fibrous dust from grain or wood processing. For cleaning, a spinning arm directs reverse air generated by the equipment fan or medium pressure blower over the bags, blowing reverse air into them to remove dust. Cement manufacturing companies will rely largely on dust collectors, which will be present in large numbers. From Auto, Walter, and Darrell, they have studied the pollution control system operating the clinker coolers on the two largest kilns, which produce 40% of the clinker. From the studies, they have chosen pulse-type baghouse after considering all characteristics, including temperature, dust resistivity, dust load, volume variation, horsepower, maintenance expenses, and overall efficiency. That's all from me. I will pass the next slide to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hello, Sylvie. My matric number is F200082. So the advantages of this baghouse is these baghouses are more versatile and flexible than the other air pollution management devices, where they may be constructed for nearly any dust producing application by adjusting the size and type. The type of baghouse that is commonly used in cement field is pulse jet baghouse. This baghouse is a high efficiency reverse jet dust collector. The dust removal effectiveness of the baghouse is extraordinarily high, and it is unaffected by the electrical resistivity, concentration, or particle size of the dust air. The air leakage also less than 3%. and the dust emissions concentration is much below the 150 mg per meter cube emissions limit. The baghouse is also cost effective if it is correctly designed and maintained. Other than that, it also has a modular design for easy construction and can capture various pollutants with the addition of particle fabric coating. So for the procedure of the pulse jet baghouse, first the dust case of pulse jet bag filler enters from the lower part of the equipment body. Second, after filtering, the dust trapped outside the filler bag and the purified case is discharged into atmosphere by passing through the filter bag and the air outlet of the upper chamber. Third, when the dust accumulated outside the filter bag reach a certain amount, the compressed air will make the filter bag expand at high speed and vibrate at high frequency in a very short time for removing the dust.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Asfa Nazifa binti Norazam and my metric number is CF 2056. I will present about result and discussion. Influence and impact of baghouse over at least the past 25 years. For in terms of health, air pollution is difficult to control. It will be source of health for worker and public affected. As a measure to reduce air pollution, there are several methods and service. One of which is service we discuss is the baghouse. Baghouse, also known as a baghouse filter, bag filter or fabric filter, is a dust collection and air pollution control equipment that collect particle or gas emitted by commercial activities. If a baghouse or other air filter does not exist, change the public health will worse. The short-term effect of dust inhalation can include irritation of the eyes and respiratory tract, shortness of breath, runny nose, and sneezing. In terms of safety, to keep your baghouse dust collector running well, it has to be maintained on a regular basis. Baghouse maintenance, like any other maintenance involving industrial equipment and machinery, can be hazard for personnel. To stay safe, workers who change filtered bag on a regular basis or perform inspection, repair, and other routine activities must follow the proper safety practice. There are some impact that can cause the baghouse to be damaged in the future, such as the baghouse pressure difference is too high or too low. The pulse jet cleaning equipment will have to operate longer hours using more compressed air. These are 4 important baghouse maintenance safety protocol. The first one is lock out or take out all equipment operation. Second is ensure a safe working environment and for atmospheric testing and heat reduction. Third is confined space safety guidelines. The last one is dust explosion prevention. For in terms of environment, the development of iron and steel, cement, chemical industry and electric power is accelerating. Baghouse can protect the environment against population with the dust removal efficiency of 99.99%. Therefore, it is widely used in various industries. In the US, the Environmental Technology Verification (ETV) program has established by the United States Environment Protection Agency (EPA) in 1995. The Environmental Protection Agency (EPA) had established a testing technique to validate the efficacy of commercially available filtration device for pulse jet baghouses. For discussion of our project is, we found in this study is that the baghouse or dust collector is very important nowadays. Through the result we get, we can describe the development of the air pollution control device technology, which is baghouse, over at least the past 25 years in terms of health, safety, and environmental. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ramsa bin Alam and I will present about our conclusion. A baghouse is a pollution control device that uses tubes, envelopes, or cartridge to remove, capture, and separate it. As the air is filtered, the collected matter forms into a solid cake-like layer on the side of the filtering materials, commonly referred to a dust cake, which continues to grow until its thickness and size restrict airflow. This requires the bag to be clean. The types of baghouse are classified by how they are clean. The right baghouse filter can maximize the performance of the filtering system, increase filter life, and reduce downtime. And lastly, the efficiency of a baghouse depends on the method used to dispose of the collected dust and particulate matter. That's all from our group. Thank you.